Yo, 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 yo. Skizzy, skitty, pop. Skirt bag. What's up, butter? Butter. I mix brother with buddy, I guess. What up, buddy? I don't know. Butter? Butter? Dude, I went through a phase where I was putting butter in my coffee and nothing else. Yeah, I know. Yeah, see, I saw someone try it and it's supposed to be good and it's supposed to be healthy and you get like healthy butter, right? So you're like, okay, this is a good way for me to get like a healthy butter in my diet. I had a concern that I wasn't really getting enough of the things that I needed because I just wasn't eating a whole lot throughout the day. So I was like, let me see if I can get a little more where I can. And if I'm gonna put something in my coffee, let me make it butter instead of like some people put sugar in their coffee or like creamer, which is just sugar, and it was good. I mean, it tasted good, and it's also supposed to make you like absorb the caffeine slower, so then it makes the yeah. That's the thought process. I don't do it anymore. Too much of a hurry. I drink too much coffee on the go. So okay, yeah. See, yeah, yeah. Can't get behind that. Yeah, Evil Genius they made like a Harry Potter butterbeer. It had like glitter in it, and it was like a butterbeer, and it was banging. We went there. My sister got it once. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. That's fair. Yeah. I like crackheads too. She's piping. The blade is nice, bro. I have it's more of a bowl. It's not as big, but it's kind of like it's like the same height as yours, and it also has the shallowness, but it's not as big. It's just a rectangle, but it's kind of the same thing. And like that's my favorite thing to eat my lunch in because like I mix up my lunch like a taco bowl basically. It's like a fucking I basically have a Chipotle bowl like a permanent one. Yeah, yeah. We had salmon and then like an arugula, tomato mozz, and balsamic salad. There's probably some lemon juice in there too, probably, or lime, maybe. Oof, that's fine. Yeah, somewhere in the middle at least. Um, I think it was probably because they were frozen for so long. That was probably like the ice that got frozen in there, the frosting and coming out. But yeah, sometimes it's just not you're not feeling right about something. I've had that. Yeah. 100%. Shrimp is the shrimp is the exception. Always. Yeah, shrimp's always good. I can't say I've ever had it. You cook it on the Blackstone? I haven't done like a fried rice on the Blackstone. All right. Yeah, you know. I don't know. It's like
It's literally the shit you dip your sushi in.
but it's not soy sauce.
Yeah, soy sauce.
No, I thought it was like thicker than soy sauce.
No, well, we use soy sauce.
Oh, okay.
But I think I know what you're talking about, like the hibachi sauce or whatever.
Yeah. It's like a thicker draw.
Yeah. No, we just use soy sauce and like Maggie fucking does it up with some seasonings and stuff, and chop up an egg, scrambled egg in there, throw that in there, dude. Oh, it's so good.
Can I do like more than one egg though?
Yeah, I think we do 2 or 3. We make a heaping thing of it.
All right, maybe we'll do that one of these days.
I think that's my favorite meal we've made on the Blackstone, honestly. We'll do like shrimp fried rice, or we'll do chicken fried rice. We've done beef fried rice before. Pretty good. Basically just hibachi.
Do you get the rice like raw?
It depends. No, not raw. We usually just do like the rice that you cook in the microwave.
Okay.
And then you cook it in the microwave and then throw it on, because it makes fast.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I could be into it.
I walk outside whenever Magoo's on the Blackstone, we're whipping up fried rice, dude, and she turns around, she has a little big giant hibachi chef hat on, and then she goes and squirts the little water bottle of the guy peeing in my mouth, and I catch shrimp in my mouth and walk back inside.
Yep, I'm sure. Magoo's got the chef hat. It's about as tall as her.
Yeah, I go outside, I throw an egg at her, and she catches it in her chef hat.
No, that's Ratatouille, bro.
I saw this tweet the other day. It was like,
except it would be like an Asian Ratatouille.
Yeah.
So whatever that would be, I don't know. Ratatouille.
The South Park character from Shitty
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought of.
Have you ever seen the episode where the Mongolians keep like breaking down the wall?
Yep. That's how they do the Mongolian voices in South Park. It's the L's are R's, and that's why it's Ratatouille.
South Park, they came out a few weeks ago and said that they're waiting to put out the new season until after the election because they're just like tired of making election jokes. And I was like, dude, that's how you know show's good, because they could have just made a new season and had a plethora of easy jokes to make. But they're like, fuck that, dude. We don't need that to be funny. We're gonna wait till it's over.
They could put out a whole fucking, probably like a mini series on YouTube of just political episodes.
Oh yeah, their political episodes are funny, but like, I see why they didn't want to do it, because they're just like, dude, we've just done it so many times already.
Yeah, I was on the way home and I was getting upset thinking about politics because it's a damn shame what our options are here. And then I was like, oh man, I don't want to talk about politics on the pod because it always makes me sad at the end of the day.
There's never a good, like, there's never any positives come out of it, you know what I mean?
Correct.
It's always just like picking the best of two evils.
Like, why can't we have somebody that's like a part of each? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a third option maybe.
It's pretty wild how like the two-party system is still so prevalent in 2024. Like, you think by now, all right, it's not 1700 anymore, 1750, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, they got a shit ton of money.
Washington was like, "Whoa, the two-party system's gonna be the downfall of the country." My man might have been onto something.
Yeah, but like, look, here's the thing, right? So you had like, I feel like this year, like RFK had like an okay chance to get like a decent amount of votes.
Yeah.
As an independent, right? But it's like, it's so much easier to pay him than to go against him and to lose votes to him. You pay, like, Trump, it brought him onto his staff in one way or another. You know what I mean? I know he's doing something. I have no idea what the title is, but I know he's doing something, right? So now it's like, okay, I'm literally just gonna bring him onto my team, and all of his supporters should theoretically come to me. They won't, because not all of his supporters would want to support Donald Trump. That's why I support RFK in the first place. But some of them would be like, all right, fine. Like, if I got to pick, I'm gonna go with him. I'm still gonna support him.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to get supporters, is throw money and potentially power at people.
There should be a rule where we should just
real
strip
quick.
down the whole.
I saw a sign today on my way home at a farm that said "Illegals for Trump," and then it said "Stop War, Trump 2024."
Illegals for Trump.
That's wild, right?
That's wild, because the illegal citizens can't even vote.
Bro, they be voting big time, dog. Everybody votes in this country, bro. The dead motherfuckers. We got dead people voting, dude. Dead people
but that wasn't
voting.
That's not the same as like an illegal immigrant going to the polls and trying to vote. That's like the dead people voting is just corruption that already exists.
Anybody can vote, Johnny.
Even if you're not registered?
100%, even if you're not registered. You don't have to show any ID. That's like there's a whole big thing in the political world about voter ID and whether or not you should have to like prove anything to be able to vote. And right now you don't. And people just walk in and be like, trying to vote, here I am. And they're like, all right.
Can I go in and vote like 7 times?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
Nobody's checking that shit. How would they know?
I don't know. I know you have to like give your name and stuff, so they probably would know, but also it's like they don't care who you are, and they just like let you vote. And there's countless stories of non-citizens voting.
That's pretty wild.
It's ridiculous. But then and the Democrats are like, hell yeah, open up the borders, bring them all in, let's go, let's pump these numbers up. We're gonna be the ones that are letting them all in. We're gonna tell them that. We're gonna take care of them. We're gonna give them all this money to buy houses in California. Now we're gonna have all these illegals go to California. California's gonna get more votes, and they're all gonna lean Democrat as well. And then they're gonna go elsewhere and probably be Democrat because that's who let them in, right? And then it's like, makes sense why you don't give a piss if you have any sort of ID to vote.
Yeah, I think Maggie spiked my soup.
Oh,
should be hot for chicken noodle.
Like hot, like spicy,
like spicy hot.
She's tearing you up.
She's tearing me up, dude. That's a spicy chicken noodle, son.
That's funny,
dude. It's like my lungs.
Oh my goodness! Here, let me crack one for you.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. How like they make it so easy to vote like that, but then I go to the gas station to get some Zyn as someone who's clearly over 21, and I just get ID'd every time. I'm like,
yep.
You had this type of security. Maybe if you were selling Zyn at the polls.
Hey, handing them out. They probably would, dude. You remember they were giving out fucking chicken nuggets and fries and pizza and all this bullshit to get the COVID vax? Bro, they'll fucking hand out Zyn to get you to vote.
Probably more.
They're making you too. Take 2 tins.
They let you mix and match flavors, dude.
We'll get the good ones. We'll get the imports.
Come on in and vote. We got the black cherry 6 milligrams from Sweden.
Yeah, we got the 12s.
Rip one before you vote and see if you can see the paper straight.
Yeah. You gotta rip one. You gotta rip 2. One in the top, one in the bottom.
Oh my
Sit
God.
there for about a half hour and go vote.
Dude, so a few weeks ago, we were in Charlotte for our friend Katie and Chris. Chris was proposing to his girlfriend, so we were there to like surprise her and everything and hang out for the night. And after it all, I went down. We're sitting at this bar, and a bunch of Chris's friends that I'd never met are there. So I'm just sitting like chatting, and some guy pulls out his Zyn, and I looked at him. I was like, "Oh, it's about that time." So I pulled mine out, and the one guy next to me was like, "Oh, you got the citrus ones?" And I was like, "Yeah, do you want one?" He was like, "Yeah." and he goes, I was like, these are sixes, so like, be careful. Like, rip at your own risk. And he was like, all right, yeah, I usually just do threes, but he was drunk, so he was like, let me get one.
Yeah.
So I give him one, I throw one in, and I have one like every time I do this, I put it on my lip and then just like flip it like that, and then put it in. It like activates it. And he saw me do that. He was like, dude, it was so funny because I wasn't thinking about it. I just went, put it in. He goes, you did not just do that shit. And I was like, what? He goes, would you just activate the fucking power of the Zin? I was like, yeah, dude, you gotta get a little wet before you throw it in there. And so like 10 minutes goes by, and we're all sitting there chatting, and he leans over on my shoulder and he goes, I think I've hit my limit. I was like, dude, just
you
spit
should
it out,
have, brother.
Dude, just spit it out. I'm not gonna be upset. Like, only ripped one of my Zins for 10 minutes. I was like,
I hope you enjoyed it. Dude,
I think I've hit my limit.
maybe like see if somebody has like a little like Ziploc baggie you could put it in. Save it for later. Hit the other half later.
It's so funny too, because when you're drinking and you pop one, they hit like a fucking truck, dude.
For sure,
like,
bro.
I can sit here and work all day, and I'll hit one or two, and it's just like I don't even feel it, but it's just more of like a little pick me up and like lets me focus. But if I'm drinking, dude, and I'm like, I'm 5 or 6 beers deep, and I throw one in, dude, I'm fucking. And for all of you listening, I just imitated somebody wobbling.
He looks like he's been sitting in the ring with Jake Paul.
Jake Paul couldn't beat my ass. Sean O'Malley could. No, Jake Paul whooped my ass.
But at least you're still standing. I couldn't say Sean O'Malley or Mike Tyson. You would be
Mike Tyson, I might be dead. I might
die.
die.
Right. He's supposed to be fighting Jake Paul, right? Oh, he's going back in. To the spicy chicken, dude.
It smells too good, dude. Wait, ready? I can feel it in my nostrils.
Whoa, what's it smell like?
Spice.
Yeah, can't really put your tongue quite on that one.
No.
Spice.
Wait, ready? Want to see me get crazy? The broth. It's in the broth.
Of course it's in the broth, bro. Like, it's always in the broth. The broth is just like the spices hanging out in juice.
A cesspool of spice.
That's what it is. That's what the broth is.
What is chicken broth or soup broth?
You just like boil the bones, and then like you get like
boiled bones.
Pretty much, something like that.
That kind of ruined it for me.
Sorry about that.
It tastes good. I'm saying boiled bones. Not bad.
It might be more complex than that.
Have you ever seen
it's probably more complex.
Only if I just throw a bone in boiling water like chicken broth.
No.
You ever seen the show I Think You Should Leave?
No. Yeah.
Comedy sketch show with Tim Robinson?
No, never seen it.
And the bones are their money. You never seen that?
No.
Oh my god, there's this skit where this band is trying to like get signed by a record label. And this guy, there's like 2 or 3 of them, and 2 of them have guitars, and they're playing this song live in front of one of the record company like guys who like signs them, and he's like,
wait. You're not gonna spoil anything, are you? You don't have to like spoiler alert.
Are you gonna watch it?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, maybe somebody else will.
I'm just spoiling this one skit.
Alright.
And also, this is from like season 1, so if you haven't seen it by now, like I don't feel bad for you if I spoiled it. But they're playing this song, and it's like kind of like Elvis type of music, and he's like singing like this song sounds really good, and he was like, just follow my lead, we'll play this song and we'll get signed. And so and then Tim Robinson, you probably know him if you saw his face. There's memes of him everywhere. But he comes in and he's just like, and skeletons live underground, and skeletons are at the party, and they use their bones for money. And the guy's like, what the fuck? It's just so funny, dude. He just comes in and like starts singing off the top about skeletons and using bones for money.
It's a Bones Day?
Bones Day.
Isn't that what they used to say back in the day? Oh yeah, I know this Tim Robinson cat. He's a funny motherfucker, dude.
He is, dude. The day Robert Palin's murdered me, I think you should leave. The bones are the skeleton's money, and the worms are their money. It's so funny, dude. Yeah, that whole show, I think you should leave, is just a sketch comedy show with Tim Robinson. It's so fucking funny, dude.
I think I've watched a couple episodes of it with you at your place, at your old place.
You have.
Yeah.
And I think I watched it at your house actually the last time I was there, and Lex came out in the living room, and she was just like, "What the fuck are you watching?" Because it was just like the most chaotic like sketch comedy show.
It is chaotic. That's a good way. It's a good way to put it.
Chaotic comedy.
It's fucking funny though. He's a hoot.
He is.
It's Tim Robinson cat.
He has a new show coming out. I forget what it's called. It's on Netflix, but it's about this guy who works in an office and uncovers this giant conspiracy theory about chairs. I think it might just be called Chairs.
Okay. Big chair guy. I went to a place that makes chairs and furniture the other day. They're doing it like in a real environmental way, using recycled pieces, and they're making it real comfy and stuff like that. They make a comfy chair, dude. I was sitting in some of their chairs, dude. They're fucking comfy.
You should buy one.
Maybe I will. I don't know if they sell to people like me.
Do they sell to like?
I think they sell to businesses with offices and whatnot. It's like office furniture.
But you're telling me if I walked in there and said, "Give me one of your best chairs," they wouldn't sell to me?
Probably not, right?
Who would say no to money?
I don't know. Somebody that has enough, maybe. You don't want to sell your soul, you know. Depends what you're getting in exchange.
What if I said, "Give me your best chair, and I will rave about it online, specifically to people that own office buildings"?
But you're also gonna buy it, like you're gonna pay for it full price.
Yeah.
But they normally don't sell chairs.
I don't know. Do they?
No, it's just like maybe you went into this place and it's just like, because if it's a store, then yeah, dude, you could buy a fucking chair.
I'm talking about the place you went to, bro.
I don't know. It was like an office. Like the place that I went to was like a workspace. Like people work there.
And they make chairs?
Yes, but this was like their corporate office.
Oh, it wasn't. You weren't like at the manufacturer.
No, right. So we were on like the 6th floor at their corporate office. So I'm not sure where I would go to purchase said chairs. Maybe a website I could check out, right? Maybe I would just have to like find them in a retailer. I'm not really sure. I haven't quite looked into it. I don't know their business model, who they sell to, or anything like that.
I bet they would sell to Answer My Eyes Johnson.
But like, what if I was in there, right? Like in your office, and I'm like, "Hey, you guys sell chairs. I really fucking like this one. It's just kind of like your model one that's on your floor, right? Like you guys make chairs, so you have a model of the stuff that you make, and it's nice. So I'm gonna take this one home. I'll pay you full price for it. But it's $150. That's kind of ridiculous, but whatever. Here's $150 cash.
$150 for a chair is not bad. What kind of chair is it? Like an office chair?
Yeah.
Like
a nice one.
Yeah, but what type of office chair?
Like the kind that you would like sit in to work.
Like this type of office chair?
Kind of like that, yeah.
That's cheap for $150, dude. What's the name of this place?
Steel case. I'm pulling it up. Let me see. Let me share my guy. Share screen. I gotta see. This is what we need like a guy for, you know?
Yeah. Hey Peter, pull up Steel case for me. You got it, Chief. Oh, that looks like a fucking.
That looks like a good chair, right? Seating.
Oh, you said 150, bro.
I didn't know.
That's a big fucking
I told you I never looked into this company. I had no idea how to purchase them or what the deal was.
That is like a very basic chair.
From them. Looks like you can just, you got a cart and everything here, you know.
Yeah. $450 for a basic office chair, dude. Oh, gaming. Let's check out their gaming chairs. Looking for your new best mate? That's a weird way to say we sell chairs.
Starting at $846.
That's absolutely insane. Get the fuck out of here.
This one looks crazier.
What is that on top? Is that a headrest?
Yeah. Wow. Sorry, I'm not quite used to the Mac all the time. Let me go here, bro.
They look nice, but I don't know if they're $1,500. Nice, dude. What the fuck?
How come I can't like click into this? Am I having a hard time here, or like what's the deal?
Well, I think you're definitely having a hard time. But... Click on that little white dot. Take our chair quiz. Should we take the chair quiz?
No, I think I need to get off.
There you go.
How much does that say? I can't even read that. It's so small. 1,600, dude.
Bro, that's insane. That's insane, dude.
I'm just gonna come out here on a whim and say we can't afford a chair from these people. We probably can't afford anything they got to sell, brother.
Like $150. Done deal. Here's your money. Give me my chair. So yeah, you're about $1,500 short. That's nuts.
They were comfortable though, so
yeah, I'll just rock my fucking $80 chair from Amazon, dude.
That's about what mine was, and it was also a gift. So
same. Although mine's like, I mean, I can't obviously show you, but like the armrest on mine, the leather on it is starting to crack, and when I rest my arms here for long periods of time, if I'm like gaming or something, itchy as a motherfucker, dude.
My office chair, my elbow spot is kind of like the padding is kind of like pushed out to the sides, and it starts to be very uncomfortable after a while.
Yeah, maybe Steelcase is onto something.
Yeah, I just be sitting less though. I don't work from home as much.
That's true.
I just be sitting more or standing more too.
We hit our busy season goal at work, which means we usually get like some sort of gift card to somewhere of our choosing, and it's like $200. So I think I'm gonna spend it on a new gaming monitor and just like upgrade my gaming desk and setup for the winter and just bunker down for the
Not a bad call.
session. Because apparently the new COD is going to be on Game Pass.
Really?
So yeah.
I have Game Pass. That's crazy. I don't even know why. I barely play Xbox.
Do you have the Ultimate version though? Because it's only going to be on the Ultimate.
I don't know. Probably, dude. I'm paying way too much for Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass is expensive, but that's how they get people to keep paying for it. Because then, as soon as you fucking cancel it, you don't have COD anymore. It's like, well, what the fuck?
I think I'm okay with that. I've been playing a lot of Forza though, and Forza's on Game Pass.
Dude, I saw in Best Buy last week when I was getting my new phone, the new, you know how like racing games you can get like the steering wheel and gas pedal and shit?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't realize how far those things have come.
Dude,
holy, have you seen them, dude? They have like the fucking switches, like the whole, like, it's like a whole layout with like all the switches and stuff to like power on your car and shit. I'm like, that just seems a little unnecessary, bro. You're playing a game, dude. Just buy a car at that point.
Look, if you want to get complex, I need a gas, a brake, a clutch, a shift, like a shifter, a steering wheel. Maybe I need like
and a radio for some tunes.
I need some buttons like on my steering wheel to use as like a controller through the menus, but like paddle shifters, I'm good. That's it. That's all I need actually. Maybe I need actually like a reverse camera. Like maybe give me a head unit, right? And like you
can Kenny's like in his basement playing Forza, like hitting in reverse.
Actually, you know what? Yeah. Build like a screen that drops back and project back there so I can turn around and see it.
Check out.
Yeah. He's just sitting there. And I'm like, ah!
This is supposed to be the most realistic racing.
I figure if I whip it with him, I'll be extra nice with it, extra laser focused.
Flying around your basement.
I'll have him strapped in the basement, just sitting behind me. He's gonna be fucking pissed. Like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
But yeah, dude, those racing simulator machines are getting way too complex, bro. It's like, dude, you're not flying a fucking airplane now. You just need a steering wheel, gas, brake, clutch, and a shifter. That's really all you need.
Yeah.
Probably don't even need a shifter if you got the shifting paddles.
Yeah, but if you want to be able to accommodate everybody, you know. I had a teacher once. She was my calculus teacher in high school, and she was one of my favorite teachers. I'd say she's probably top 7, but I've had a lot of good teachers. She's probably top 5. She wanted one of those forerunners like what's her face used to have? Jess? Is that what she
Oh
had?
yeah, that's not a Forerunner. That's a it's Toyota, but I forget the name of it. But it wasn't a Forerunner.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. The weird
Yeah,
the Bronco looking one?
yeah.
Yeah, whatever that was. She wanted that, but she was like, I don't know how to drive like automatic. You gotta give me the stick shift. And they're like, we
She
don't
doesn't
have
know
one.
how to drive automatic.
Yeah, she said she never drove one. She was like, I like to have a clutch and everything, so I know what's going on. Yeah, so she got one shipped in from Europe where we driving stick. But they probably also had to make
That's a
it
weird
special to
flex.
like switch because everything in Europe you drive on the other side.
Yeah, that's true.
They probably have a handful that they make that like US driving on the right side.
Just give her like a European one and just say good luck.
That'd be crazy. Now you got it shipped with the opposite hand too.
Yeah. That'd be weird. That'd be so weird. That would put my
And
brain in a scramble.
how do the Tootsies work?
Is it gas on the right still?
No, it's probably gas is all the way on the left, and then the brake is next to that, and
That's
then the
weird.
clutch would be
Do they
next
drive
to
left-footed over there?
They must. I simply could not, bro.
No, I'm
Not
looking
in
this up.
traffic. Not in traffic.
I just went to Google to look this up, and my last Google search was phones for money. Do Europeans drive left? In Europe, most countries drive on the right-hand side of the road. Yeah, no shit. Therefore, use left-hand drive vehicles. Okay, not what I was asking. Guess what, dude? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Come on, dude. A brand new phone. You don't want to work? Hey Siri. All right, giving up.
The pedals
In
are the
Europe,
same,
that's all I
and
wanted to know.
the arrangement of gears is also the same, which makes sense because like the general operation of the engine is still going to be the
It's
same.
still the same. Yeah, that makes sense.
At least that's what travel.stackexchange.com says.
Sounds like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, somebody needed to know before they went on their trip, you know? I mean, hey, it's a good question to ask.
Yeah, because what if you get there and it's like you didn't think to ask that question, and then you get there and you're like, well, now I got to learn how to drive.
Right? And then you don't know what you're doing and you whiskey throttle into somebody. Oh, that's happening, bro. And that's how it was. Like so many people would be like think that they're hitting the brake like oh and then it's a gas and you guys what?
Dude, everybody who's ever ridden a dirt bike or a quad has a whiskey throttle story of the first time they ever got on one.
Dude, the whiskey throttles are fun. They're terrifying.
Yeah, my mom cried the first time. So when I was 7, I got my first dirt bike and it was a little Honda 50cc. And apparently my parents had got it for me when I was 6, but my mom was like, he's way too young to ride a dirt bike at 6. So we had the number 6 on it, like that was the decal that was on it, because I was gonna get it when I was 6. But so I'm like 8 years old, 7 or 8 years old, hopping on this thing for the first time, and across the street was my grandma's house, and she had this big grass hill in her backyard, and then on the left side of the grass hill was just like all trees and brush and stuff, kind of separating that from like another like field. And we're in her front yard, and my stepdad's like showing me how to get on it and start it and stuff. And it wasn't even one of the ones you like kickstart. It was like, I think it was a button start. You just flip a switch or something. And I get on it. I had ridden like bikes and stuff already, so like I was pretty already like hand-eye coordinated with that stuff. But I'd never experienced the throttle, like the hand throttle. And so I get on it, dude. And he was like, all right, you just want to like ease into the throttle and just like twist it to go forward. And then like obviously your brake is like the one you have on your foot, and then you have a handbrake as well. So I get on it, dude, immediate whiskey throttled, fucking Superman that shit, but like stayed on it and just went straight into the brush and the trees. I was fine.
Babe.
Like I was fine. Like I was like more excited that I was riding this thing. I could have broken my neck and would have jumped up and like, yeah, I'm fine.
Fuck yeah.
My mom started.
Your body would have been like, oh fuck, we're paralyzed.
Oh fuck. Fuck, this 7-year-old is paralyzed off a whiskey throttle. But my mom started crying and like running towards me. I remember this like very like Like it's like a clear memory I have in my head. And then I think she didn't let me ride it for like another 2 weeks after that, so I like finally got used to it. But
That's funny as fuck.
the whiskey throttle stories are crazy, dude.
When we were young, so I had a couple quads, and my buddy had just gotten a dirt bike, so I go to his place because it's like on the way to the trails. Stop at his place, and his dad's like, "All right, bro, like let me take you for a spin before you take it out. Like I bought it, like let me take it for a spin. Yeah, let me see how this
Yeah.
thing rides." He hops on. I think it's like an 80, and he hops on, pops the clutch straight into a wheelie. Whiskey throttles the wheelie into the siding, into the house. Like there's a tire mark on the siding now, and then just like falls into the grass. It was like
Oh my god.
it was like on the garage face of the house. So it was only like 2 feet of siding before the end of the house. So like it wasn't like a huge skid mark, but it was just so funny, dude.
Wall running the house.
So funny because he was like, "Oh, come on, dude! Like, let me take this thing for a spin before you get on it and hurt yourself." And then he just fucking wet.
Dude. Oh my god, it's funny that it was like his dad and not him too.
Yeah.
That's the funny
And then
part.
he hopped on it and was like, "All right, let's roll." Cause like he had been riding, like he's friends that had their bikes, and like I already had quads, like and like my one quad had a clutch, like he already knows how to like ride clutch and stuff like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's funny, dude. My worst whiskey throttle ever. I was probably like 15 at the time. Um, it was on a quad actually, and I forget what size it was. I think it was like a 250. It was a pretty big quad, but it was my buddy's like racing quad that he just like kept at our house because he didn't live like out in the sticks like us. So it was basically like both of our quads, and our backyard was like straight, and then it was like probably like 100-foot hill, and then at the top of the hill was the opening to the trail. So like you could get to the top of the hill and get some air off the top of the hill and go straight into the fucking trail. So it was a fun little just like, you hop on and you just immediately hit it and like you're instantly in a trail. And I get on the quad and we've been riding it all day. And I don't know what happened, dude, but I like hit the top of the hill and like popped a little bit of a wheelie and came down, and my wrist just went like this, trying to like hold on to the quad. Immediately whiskey throttled straight into a tree, bro. Like, dude,
Yeah.
not like direct head onto a tree, but like the left tire and like the what do you call it? Like the thing that connects the wheel to the actual machine. I forget the name for it, but that hit the tree and just like immediately jerked the handlebars like this, and I just fucking flipped over the handlebars, but like held onto the handlebars and ended up on the front of the quad, like still holding on, dude. If I hadn't held on, I probably would have just fucking flew like 10 feet off the front of the
See
quad.
ya.
But yeah, that was for sure the scariest like whiskey throttle I've ever had, and I fucked up the quad for like the rest of the summer, so that was a bummer. But after
Yeah.
that, I was like, all right, maybe I should just fucking chill out on flying into the trail, not seeing what's in front of me, just coming flying over this hill and like.
Yeah. That's a big thing about like trail riding is kind of like, especially when you're like somewhere newer, you're like, whatever, dude. I'm just gonna rip it. Like I'm feeling good. I'm in the flow. Like I'm just gonna rip and have fun. And you don't always know when there's danger afoot.
Yeah. Our trail was sick though because we had like probably a quarter mile of trail from our backyard, and then you would just go straight and then hang a hard right, and we'd be in a field. So like we could get up to the field in like 5 minutes, not even, dude, like 30 seconds, and just fucking rip through like 3 or 4 giant force fields, and then we just had a plethora of like miles of trails. Like there were so many like entrances and exits and stuff. We'd go all over like Clemens Hollow, like that's technically not the city. What's the name? Like the county, or not the
Yeah.
county either. It's like the name of the place where I lived, but it wasn't a city because it was out in the stick.
The township,
Kind of, yeah.
the
But
borough.
not even a borough, dude. I lived in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I went
It
through
was
some
just like,
boroughs that were in the middle of nowhere today. I was in the sticks on my way home.
you were
Yeah, they took me some bumblefuck way.
from the chair place.
No, that was just from work. But I have actually a leak in my tire, so I had to go get gas. So I was like, let me find a Wawa because I know they always have the air. So I had to go a little out of my way to get to the Wawa. wasn't far, and it didn't add much to my total commute, but it took me a different way home.
Was it dark?
By the time I got home, it was getting dark.
We used to take the back roads to get to Albany anytime we like
Make me
wanted
want
to
to
go to the
take
movies
the
or
back
something.
road.
And dude, I would go see like scary movies with my friends all the time, and then drive home through the back roads. And I would get so spooked on my way home because I'd be like, dude, I just watched this terrifying movie as like a 16-year-old. I just got my license because I'm 16, driving on these back roads. I'm like, dead of night. There's no streetlights or anything, dude. And I'm just like cruising through these back roads. Like, dude, there could be like murderers and ghosts and shit. Like, I would just freak myself out.
And dude, here's the thing about back roads is like they're all like tight and dark and not lit.
Yeah, and hella deer.
And they're always like the ones that I was on today were like dangers afoot. And I'm sure that's how it was like where you grew up because it's like mountainous and stuff. So I'm sure like and like trees. So you're off the road is into a tree or like
yeah,
mountains.
not safe.
And mine today was either into like somebody's yard or a river, like a little creek. Well, I guess it was definitely bigger than a little creek. It was probably like a 20-foot wide river. It wasn't roaring.
In between a creek and a river.
I would have been spooked if it was dark out, and I watch scary movies.
Shit is spooky, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to go that way again.
Especially since it's spooky season now.
Spooky season, it's upon us. You know what else is upon us?
What?
Pumpkin spice season. So let me tell you about this pumpkin spice latte from Trouble Brewing here in Haddon Township, New Jersey. This place is the tits. They got everything all year round. They got amazing flavors, but right now, obviously, in season is the pumpkin spice latte. They got it in the ice. They got it in the hot. They got it with all different kinds of milk, your non-milks if you like the oat things, the nut things, whatever you like. They got it. They make it how you want it. Go check them out. They got some good local food, some banging drinks. They make some delicious sandwiches, breakfast, lunch. It's bomb. Trouble Brewing. One of the it might not be Haddon Township. It might be Haddon Heights. It's one of those Haddons around there. But go find them on Instagram. They're bomb.com. Check them out. And let us know what you think.
Did I text you about the pumpkin spice dude wipes?
No.
They make pumpkin spice dude wipes.
Why?
I don't know, dude. I saw it was an ad, I think, on the Pat McAfee show.
Okay.
I had it up while I was working the other day, and then he just like ripped out an ad for pumpkin spice dude wipes, and he, dude, it had me chuckling. He was like, "Let me tell you, they keep my butt cheeks nice and clean." I was like, dude, what?
That's just a lie, bro.
I get like scented dude wipes, right? But like pumpkin spice scent.
There's no way that keeps your butt cheeks clean.
Dude wipes?
Pumpkin spice.
I mean, it's clean. It just smells like pumpkin pie.
See, I don't think that can be. I don't think there's any way that's clean.
Why?
You got pumpkin pie butthole, dude. There's nothing clean about pumpkin pie butthole.
Pumpkin pie smelling butthole, dude.
If I smell pumpkin pie anywhere near your butthole, that ain't good.
You walk into the office. Yo, somebody rocking pumpkin spice dude wipes.
That would be amazing.
Is someone making pie? Nah, dude, I just took a shit.
What? Did you eat something that was pumpkin spice and your shit smells that much like pumpkin? Nah, brother, it's these dude wipes. I gotta get
dude wipes, bro. They're flexible too.
That pumpkin spice dude wipe. Well, alright, what if the chicks use it and when it becomes dudette wipe and then she's like, I was just taking a leak, but I'd be wiping with these dude wipes and now my nanny. That's pumpkin pie, brother.
Cooter.
That's pumpkin pie. Dude, you're going down. You're going down on Shawty. That's what she uses. The pumpkin pie smell is gonna connect with everything that you are putting in your mouth.
That's not a complaint. That sounds delightful.
That sounds delightful. I love pumpkin pie, dude.
Yeah, I just thought it was wild that like pumpkin spice. Obviously, like pumpkin spice season is huge and it's like become a thing now. But like the fact that it's reached the butthole wipe industry is crazy.
That's wild. That is wild.
Yeah.
How'd you like my improv ad?
It was pretty good.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Hashtag yet.
Yeah, probably not ever. I don't think they would really be doing that.
Yeah, we were gonna sponsor these guys' podcast, but then we heard they were talking about eating pumpkin spice nani,
And we changed our mind.
and our product being a pumpkin spice latte really didn't sit well with us.
Yeah. No, I actually was gonna say, speaking of spooky season, we got MLB postseason upon
Playoffs.
us. Let's see. So we got the Orioles bounced by the Royals, the Astros bounced by
The Tigers, El Tigres.
El Tigres. The Mets are up 3-1 right now in the fourth, and they won game one, 8-4.
They're playing the Brewers.
The Brewers. And then what's the deal with the Braves?
Has that game started yet? The Padres Braves.
No, it starts at 8:30. It's 8:30. Whoa, holy cow. It literally says 8:38 p.m. and that's exactly what time my Mac says, so that's crazy. They lost yesterday to the Padres 4-0.
That game was pretty electric. I watched some of it.
I didn't catch any of it. I'm kind of scared of the Mets.
I'd be more scared of the Tigers than anything.
Why? They're in the AL.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, as a Yankees fan, I think the Tigers are the most dangerous team in the postseason.
Okay, well, I'm not a Yankees fan. I'm a Phillies fan.
Oh, well, you see them in the fucking World Series, you might be.
I'm not even thinking about the World Series, dude. I don't give a fuck. Bro, if we make it to the World Series, like, I don't give a fuck who we're playing. We're one of two teams left. We're balling, bro. Like, we got a shot. I don't give a fuck. I care way more about the Mets or maybe the Brewers because that's who the Phillies play in the NLDS. They're guaranteed to play one of those two teams. So those are the two that I care about the most.
Yeah, but if you do get to the World Series and it's the Tigers, you're telling me you're not going to be a little frazzled?
No.
I would be.
They're a good ball club, you think?
They've got a great coach, one.
That's
Two,
important.
they've been the hottest team in baseball since, like, August 11th. Tariq Skubal is no fucking joke. Yeah, they're the Phillies of a few years ago, dude. They're just fucking on an absolute tear right now.
That's all right. Phil's didn't win it all, so
that's true. And they also didn't play the Yankees.
You know what they say?
What?
They say like you gotta lose. You know, that's what they were saying about the Timberwolves this past year. Like you guys need like heartbreak, like in the Western Conference Finals or in the NBA Finals before you can get a ring. Like you gotta feel that heartbreak before you can get a ring. And I think. Sometimes. I mean, a lot of teams, like, it fuels them. Like, look at Jeter, even.
Jeter?
He lost in the playoffs, and it fueled him.
That's true. That team was destined to win, though.
100%.
It's not like Jeter...
Destined to win, and they still had to lose.
It's not like Jeter, like, carried that team, though. Like, they had so many other factors that made them great.
But still the team overall.
I'm just glad that the Yankees don't have to fucking face the Astros. I mean, this is definitely the year where if we did have to face them, I would have felt the most confident. But at the same time, like, anything could happen. And if we can take them out of the equation at any point, so be it. I'm glad that happened.
So, are the Yanks playing the Tigers?
No, they're playing the Royals.
Okay.
So
but you're still most scared of the Tigers?
Yeah, if we get to the ALCS and it's the Tigers, I'm definitely more afraid of that than I am the Guardians. The Guardians are a scrappy little club too, but like I think the Yankees have a better chance against the Guardians than.
I think the AL sounds a little soft. I don't want to be rude.
How are they soft?
I don't know. Are the Tigers and Guardians like that good?
Yeah, dude. Listen, the Dodgers are gonna choke in the playoffs. That's just baseball history, right? Like that's gonna happen. I mean, they've also never had Ohtani before, so that changes it. But
dude, Ohtani, what a fucking ball player, eh? Look at him with the supporting cast. He's got like 15-50. Wasn't it like a couple years ago Acuna was 40 for 40 and everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, this is remarkable."
Acuna was 40-70 last year, dude.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And people were like, "Oh wow," but like Acuna has 10 more home runs last year and it's a 50-70 season. Bro, that blows 50-50 out of the water.
100%, but he didn't have 10 more home runs. That's a big
Right,
difference.
but 10 home runs is not that much compared to fucking the amount of more stolen bases he had.
Kind of.
20 more stolen bases.
20 more stolen bases is 40% of 50 stolen bases.
Yeah, it's a lot.
No, it's 40% of 50 bases. Is that what I said?
You
And
said
10 more
yeah.
home runs is 25% of 40 home runs. So yeah, but how many, I don't know, how many stolen bases did he have? Was he like just at 50? He didn't have like 52?
I mean, he might have, but like,
No, I don't know.
but Acuna might have had like 43 home runs. I don't know the exact numbers. I just know he reached that 40-70 mark. The game he reached the 40-70 mark was the game. I remember it specifically because I had like some crazy like 6-leg money line parlay where I won like $140, and the
Not
Braves ended up
bad.
winning that game. So I was watching it.
Degenerate.
Yeah, but I don't know, dude. I think a Phillies Yankees or a Dodgers Yankees World Series would feed families. I think the MLB needs that, like two big market teams facing off in the World Series, because the past few years it's been, Diamondbacks and Rangers, and the Astros have always been there for the past 7 years. And it's like I think this year has a good chance of being like a fun hella people that wouldn't normally tune in to like a Rangers and Diamondbacks World Series are going to be tuning into like a Dodgers Yankees, or like the Yankees need to get to the World Series on the AL side of things for it to go that way, because
Yeah,
outside of them, it's the Royals, the Guardians, and the Tigers. Nobody's going to really care unless you're a fan of that team.
right.
But if the Yankees and the Phillies, or the Yankees and the Dodgers make the World Series, or the Yankees and the Mets,
Yeah.
so Yanks got a lot of pressure on them this year, dude.
They always do.
They always do, but this year is like,
Yeah, this year it's like appropriate. Most years, like there's always pressure because you're the Yanks and the expectation is that you win a World Series. But this year it's like actually like you guys are actually a really good ball club and you're probably, a top 3 team in baseball.
you got Juan Soto, like
Probably
you
the
went out
best.
and got Juan
We could be the
Soto.
best team in baseball like on any given day.
Yeah, this is the year, dude. Judge like needs his ring to be. I think if Judge wins a ring this year, he's solidified as a Hall of Famer.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think he needs like another one.
Another one, bro. He's the fastest player of all time to 300 home runs. He broke fucking Roger Maris's home run record. He's got like 3 years or 3 seasons of over 50 homers. Or it might be 4. He's fucking dude. He's solidified. Like I think his OPS, his regular season OPS this year was like 1.1 or something absurd. That hasn't happened since Barry Bonds in 04.
So he's on roids is what you're saying.
I'm not saying that.
But you're not saying he's not.
I am saying he's not.
Oh, okay. Well, he could be.
He's not.
It's awfully suspicious, don't you think, that he's just like so good
No,
and
it's not,
everybody
dude.
else isn't?
You want to know what it is? It's his fucking hitting coach that he's been working with his whole career. I went down a wormhole of like a Twitter thread the other day and it was from his hitting coach. Like his hitting coach was the one posting these videos about how he basically like molded Judge's swing, and it's something, I think it's called like barrel snap or something, where he started doing this thing where like it's like the snapping of like, instead of just like swinging, you're more like, I don't know how to explain it without seeing the video or like having the video to show you, but like he started barrel snapping, and it just generates all this power, and his ability to just put the barrel on the ball, like his barrel percentage is like some crazy high number, and that's where all of his power comes from. It's not because, I mean, it definitely helps that he's fucking 6'7", almost 300 pounds, but like,
Yeah.
it's his swing. It's the mechanics of his swing is what generate all of his power, and combine that with his bat ball ability is like what makes him so great.
If you had to make a movie about Aaron Judge, you would have Dwayne The Rock Johnson play it and have to like do a cut for it.
Why?
Because that's how fucking big Aaron Judge is.
Yeah, but he looks nothing like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That's fair. But you need someone that's fucking yoked, that's massive.
I think Dwayne The Rock Johnson is probably bigger than Aaron Judge.
That's why I say he's got to cut a little bit.
How big is Steve? I almost just call him D-Rock.
Yo, D-Rock.
The Rock.
D-Rock.
Let's see. Dude, Aaron Judge is bigger than The Rock.
100%, like taller for sure.
Heavier too. Well, about the same in weight.
All right, let's get
D-Rock
Schwarzenegger.
is 6'4", 260. And Aaron Judge is 6'7", I think 260 as well. Aaron Judge is 282. So yeah, he's bigger.
Unit. What about Arnold?
Absolute
Can we get
fucking
Arnold to play him? What's he up
Let's see
to?
Arnold size. Arnold he might be a bit old. Dude, Arnold Palmer popped up when I typed in Arnold, and I was like, damn, Schwarzenegger looks bad.
That's not nice to say about Mr. Palmer.
Make some fire drink, though. 6'2", 240.
That's not big enough.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
You're going to have a tough time.
Big, bro.
He's the average linebacker, dude.
Bro, he's not even big. 6'2"? Oh,
I mean, dude,
my.
he's also like fucking 80.
Whatever, bro. He's frail.
He's 77. He looks good for 77.
He looks shot.
Looks nice with a beard. Sylvester Stallone.
What about him? He can play him? There's no way he's big enough.
He's 78. Sylvester Stallone is 5'10".
Yo, you need that guy from the Do-Over. That's you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You need him to get good at his fucking trainer. Get his ass built.
That's so ripped for, dude. I'm playing Aaron Judge in his biop.
I gotta work on my barrel snap.
Picks up a bat, just breaks, man. I think Aaron Judge should go nuts this postseason because he's historically not a good postseason player. But I need him to just go nuts. Him, Juan Soto, and Stanton need to carry us to the promised land.
I mean, dude, they fucking can. If they are like, all right, guys,
We just
this
need
is
two
like
of those
this is fucking it.
players to like.
This is it. Like, we all gotta be fucking locked in. It gets to a certain point, you just gotta be fucking better than the dude that's throwing balls at you.
That's what baseball is, pretty much.
Right? Like you get to a point, you gotta be like, all right, like we gotta fucking beat this guy, and like it's the fucking playoffs. It's do or die. Like, who gives a fuck what we did all season? Aaron Judge, who gives a fuck if I'm the best hitter of all time at this point in my career?
Yeah, my only thing is that the Yankees cannot hit lefties at all. So any team that we play is just gonna throw their lefties at us. So we gotta figure that out, dude.
Phils don't really have any of those.
Lefties?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine because we won't see you until the World Series anyway.
Yeah, and you'll be fucking cooking by then. It'll be BP for y'all.
Not if we gotta go through fucking Scooball in Detroit.
We'll be back to back to back.
Fucking AL Cy Young winner just has the nastiest fucking changeup of all time. It's insane.
Yo, did you see the thing that Clay posted in the Discord about the Chris Sale strikeouts bet?
No.
Oh goodness, this dude put $20 on Chris Sale most strikeouts on the season, like a preseason bet. It would have paid out 22,000. It's like plus 11,000 or plus 110,000 or something like that. He finished 3 strikeouts short, and he got scratched in the last game of the season against the Mets in the second game of the doubleheader for back spasms.
That's fucking tough. Dude, I didn't even know our Discord be popping like this. I didn't have notifications on.
Well, you gotta turn them on, dude. Yeah, we're in there all the time.
Shit, yeah. I was gonna say, why aren't the boys haven't been sending their bets in the group chat lately? They're all in here now.
In the core.
Scrolled up and the first message I see is from Waldo. You trying to make me come, kid?
That's about his level of contribution.
But yeah, there's your college football bet that you cooked up. Money line parlay from last weekend.
Not bad.
The one that I fucking
Dude,
missed
I had
-7.5.
I had a solid week on the books. I think my bets overall were up. My DFS lineups, I didn't play any big tournaments. I just did like small game stuff, but all 5 of my lineups were winners in their fields.
Not bad.
Not bad at all, dude. And it's funny because I listened to the Footballers DFS Pass, and I kind of follow some of their advice sometimes because they're pretty good. They always got people winning on there. And so I was like, all right, like, I'll follow some of their advice. And like I had like some stacks that I liked. I put it in the Discord, like a screenshot of it, but it was like, I like Burrow against the Panthers, so like I'll stack him with Jamar Chase if I can, and then I'll bring it back with Deontay Johnson or Chuba Hubbard with the Panthers. And then I like Nico Collins. Maybe like I could stack him with Brian Thomas. I like maybe Bretton Strange if Ingram's out. Like maybe if I just need like a cheap tight end, like that's like a good like dart throw if I have Collins in there. And like those were a couple of my plays. Oh, and then I liked Jaden Daniels, James Conner in Washington, and then maybe even Brian Robinson. I don't remember if I threw him in or not, but I was like, those were kind of like some of the games that I was targeting and the stacks that I like. So I was like, all right, I'll throw these in and see how they play, and everything cashed. I was listening to their episode. They do a Monday episode or a Tuesday episode, and I was listening to that this morning on my way to work, and they like had a bad week. Didn't make any money.
In their DFS?
Yeah.
Damn,
And I was
good for
like,
you.
that's wild, because I was literally just taking y'all's advice, and I made money.
Yeah, I saw you fucking drop like $40 on Kareem Hunt and Orchids, and I was like, this fucking asshole.
Needed a running back, dude.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my buys to start hitting because once I start getting, I mean, this week with the Birds, I have Goddard out, so I have to play Mark Andrews, which is sketchy, but like,
Yeah,
could realistically pop.
he could. He always could.
But the bye weeks are starting to come in, and I'm gonna be starting to get affected by them. So I was like, I need to just start stacking my bench a little bit because my bench is pretty thin in a lot of my leagues.
Dude, my bench is bad in a lot of leagues. Like, look at my running backs in this league, dude. So I got Samaje Perine, James Conner. They're in my starting lineup. I got on my bench Emmanuel Wilson, Raheem Mostert, Kareem Hunt, Justice Hill, Tank Bigsby. My entire team outside of James Conner is basically just mediocre to poor running backs.
Yeah, I mean, you had Pacheco, but
Right, but he's on IR. And then I have like I have Tyreek Hill who's doing fuck all, dude.
the whole Dolphin situation is kind of fucked.
Yeah. They were talking about it today on the footballers when I listened to it on my way home, and they were like, dude, it's honestly just like such mismanagement of their general manager to not have a backup for Tua. They're like, oh, like I mean, it's not like they could have foreseen in any way that he would have maybe gotten like a fourth or a fifth concussion. Like there's no way they could have seen this coming as like a possible outcome. So like I don't know why they would have even thought to like prepare for something like that by having like, you know, a formidable backup who they could continue to run the ship with. So, like I don't know, they couldn't even have seen this coming. And it's like, yeah, you look at the Colts, right? They had Anthony Richardson coming off shoulder surgery. They got Joe Flacco, who's a competent backup who can keep things going.
Yeah.
The Browns did it last year with Deshaun Watson coming off shoulder injury. Like the Bengals have Andy Dalton.
And it's not like there's not backups available. Like, you know, you could have traded for one, not lost a lot of stock.
The Chiefs signed Carson Wentz off of the cornfields. He was fucking skeet shooting, doof, doof, doof. And like Carson Wentz probably would have been better than most of the guys you got in the building.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think they still could go out and get somebody? I mean, it's kind of late at this point.
They said they don't want to.
Why, though? What they have now is not working. It's not even keeping them afloat.
No, it's bad.
I saw a segment on ESPN yesterday. I think it was during Get Up where they were talking about...
Come on, get up.
Come on, get up. They're talking about like how much of a mistake Tyreek Hill made by leaving Kansas City. And, or no, it wasn't Get Up. It was the one with Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp.
Undisputed.
And Shannon Sharp made a good point. He was like, yeah, I see why like Tyreek made the business decision to go to Miami because he wanted to get paid. But like, dude, staying with Mahomes in Kansas City, like, look at Andy Reid and look at Travis Kelce. Like, they're all getting money by being on like State Farm commercials and all these other commercials. Like, Travis Kelce probably isn't even touching his NFL money. Like, you could have made a lot of money elsewhere, like outside of the NFL, by being in that big market with Mahomes and stuff. Whereas, like, you just kind of chased an NFL bag by going to Miami. And now, like, look at the situation you're in. Like, he was talking crazy about how Tua was a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes at the time, and like, don't get me wrong, like Tua is super accurate, but like he's one concussion away from retiring, and he's not Patrick Mahomes. So
He
like,
was never anything close to Patrick Mahomes.
No, dude. Could you imagine if Tyreek stayed in Kansas City? Like they would be even better than they already are, and they've won 2 Super Bowls without him.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
Kansas City's biggest issue last year was dropping passes. Like their wide receivers couldn't catch the ball, but like that solves all your problems with Tyreek.
Yeah, but would you be able to afford Tyreek? Like that's the thing. That's a big part of it.
They couldn't afford him at the price that he wanted, but like if Tyreek just took the money that they offered him and then made money elsewhere by being, part of the Kansas City Dynasty, like you didn't see Andy Reid in any commercials before he was in Kansas City. Look at him now, dude. He's in all these State Farm commercials, probably getting a bag. Same with Travis Kelce. I mean, Travis Kelce's a different beast because the whole like Taylor Swift stuff too, but and his podcast and all that. But like, tell me Tyreek couldn't sneak into 1 or 2 commercial deals and like make that money back and still have
Bag
like,
Taylor Swift instead of Travis Kelce.
Yeah, that would be a wild combo since Tyreek's like 5'2".
That'd be awesome. She's tall, bro, and she's always like rocking heels, making her extra long.
Yeah. You know what she kind of reminds me of? You know those skinny alien guys from Men in Black?
Ooh.
You know which ones I'm talking about?
I think so. They remind me of like big like Gumbies.
Yeah, those are the ones, dude. Yeah. Big Gumbies. Hey, Gumbo.
I'm not great with movies and shit, but that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good poll. Do you want to maybe talk a little birds?
Oh boy. I guess so. What do we think? What do you think? What do you want to talk about? You had questions for me last time. I like questions.
I had questions and still a little bit of hope last time, but after seeing, did you see what Jalen Hurts said about Nick Sirianni?
No. Please inform me.
He after the game, I guess a reporter had asked him like, "Hey, so like going into this bye week, like what type? Since like the QB and the head coach are supposed to have like that special relationship with each other because you guys are basically the two like manning the ship. Like, do you guys have plans going forward on how to right the ship and like what's that entail?" And he was basically just like, "Yeah, we have interactions." Kind of threw Nick Sirianni under the bus and was kind of like, "Yeah, he's not really like that guy to me." You know what I mean? Like I think Jalen has lost all faith and hope in Nick Sirianni, and I think the team is kind of following Jalen Hurts in that sort of path. And I think a lot of the stuff from last year, where there were reports of like, oh, the culture in Philly's like not right, like he's lost the locker room. Like I think a little bit more of that is true than we initially thought, dude.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Also, I hope I regret saying this, but I don't know like if Jalen Hurts is that guy.
But my thing is, dude, like he's shown to be that guy like so many times before. Like I think something happened where like he doesn't like the way the offense is run, or like he has disagreements with a lot of Sirianni's decisions, and it's just like causing this friction and frustration. I mean, at some point, like you got to be better, right? Like you can't have all these turnovers.
Right, Nick Sirianni's not throwing the ball into the other team's hands.
Exactly, but
or fumbling it just like so irresponsibly.
Yeah,
like you got to have better awareness of your pocket, bro.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. But at the same time, it's like Nick Sirianni is kind of putting the team in these situations where, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of the time, you're not taking the points. You're putting the offense in situations where they have to throw deep because they have to get in field goal range to tie the game because you didn't take the 3 points. Or, just like, I don't know. It's so frustrating to watch, dude, as a fan, because it's like, when Nick Sirianni took us to the Super Bowl, obviously, like, I was like, dude, I fucking love this guy. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, everything's been great. But then, what's his name, and Shane Steichen left. And it really, like, kind of exposed us to show, like, oh, the genius behind that wasn't Nick Sirianni at all. It was the offense and defensive coordinators. Now that they're gone, we look like a bunch of fucking frauds.
Johnny, let me remind you of your Super Bowl winning Eagles with Doug Peterson. And it was actually Frankie Reich that was pulling all the strings on the offense and making the offense click. Doug Peterson, I think, was a much better coach than Nick Sirianni, honestly, and I think he had like a better decision making in critical situations and better grasp of the team. But it still was Frank Reich that was like making the offense tick, and obviously Doug wasn't running the defense either.
Yeah.
Frank Reich left and went to Indy. Dougie
Left
Pete
us
and
in the
Carson
shitter.
Wentz were out shortly after.
Yeah. It just sucks, dude. And like the whole thing that Austin brought up with like Darius Slay like hopping on Twitter and like directly after a loss and like just acting a fool, just being like, oh, I'll get him next time, and then hopping on Michael Parsons' podcast and like that shit is just like, I'm never one to like be annoyed by that shit, but it's like, dude, it just gives off vibes that you don't care.
You
Like,
don't care.
yeah, and that's what pisses the fan base off. It's not like it's one, you're playing like shit and getting torched on almost every route. And then immediately after that, you're just hopping online and just being like, well, I have fucking 6 Pro Bowls and a Super Bowl and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like,
Yeah.
dude, just, it's so frustrating, bro. Just fucking play ball. You know what I mean? Like, I get wanting to have like a brand as like a player and like using your platform and stuff, but it's like also like, you're famous and have the platform for playing ball and being good at ball. Like, just fucking do that. That's what we want. That's like what
Unless you're
essentially what we
Boston
want.
Scott and you can actually go pro at playing Rocket League, then you should definitely do that. Hang up the cleats.
Darius Slay is kind of getting under my skin with that shit, dude. And it's like I gave him like the first few times, like the first few weeks of the season. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's early in the season, but like, dude, stop getting torched and stop getting online and fucking immediately like getting into it with the fans because we're annoyed that you're not playing well, and then you're hopping on podcasts and fucking like, dude, could you imagine Brian Dawkins and fucking, I don't know, somebody from like the early 2000s Cowboys team like hopping on a podcast together and just like chatting it up and being like, that's not, I don't know, maybe I'm just an old head with that type of stuff, dude, but like,
Yeah.
Brian Dawkins took the field wanting to kill people, and like that's why Philly loved him, because
Right.
he went on the field and he killed people. He wasn't like, buddy with everyone he played with, and wasn't like I just miss like the competitiveness and the passion of like early 2000s, like Chad Ochocinco and all these other
Yeah.
guys. You know what I mean? Like they went
Yeah.
on and they played with like, they were like lions amongst men, dude. And, like you don't
Yeah.
really see that anymore. And it's not just football; it's like every sport basically. Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you the last time the Yankees and Red Sox were like fierce rivals.
Because here's the thing. Game day is like not as special anymore.
So what makes you say that?
Like regular season game day for these players, right? Like think about back in the day, like these dudes are playing every sport, right? So like they're only getting so many football game days a year. They're not practicing for football every single day all day. Like these are like back in like growing up, like I'm sure they're like multi sport athletes and things like that. Like they're not as focused. The training isn't as like serious. The studying isn't as serious. Like it's just I think so. Then I think you have less game days and whatnot, and you're not like always doing that. So I think you have more time away from the games. You're able to get like more amped up for singular games. And I feel like now it's like another day at the office.
Yeah, it just sucks because it's not what it used to be.
No, it's not. It doesn't feel as personal.
No.
It's business for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, there's still chippiness and like people like, there's shit talking and all that stuff, but it's not. You don't like circle the fucking date on your calendar of the first Birds and Cowboys game of the season. Like right now, as a fan, you kind of just go into it being like, "Yo, this would be cool if we beat the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys." So like back then, dude, it was like almost fucking holiday. Like
Yeah.
week 11,
But I'm
Birds
also not
Cowboys.
excited about anything about the Birds right now. So
That's true, but even when we weren't good back in like 2010, dude, it's still like, I'd love to see Brian Westbrook just put up fucking 150 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Cowboys as a fucking.
yeah. Or Boston Scott fucking destroying the Giants just because they're the Giants.
Yeah.
I'll take that all day. Speaking of some of our divisional comrades, those Commanders are looking kind of good, dude.
Yeah, everyone on ESPN is like, oh, I think the Commanders are going to run away with this
Division?
NFC East division. And I'm like, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising, but it's also week 4, dude. What are we
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels really hasn't played a good defense either. He's played the Giants.
Yeah, dude, they're
The
3-1. The
Cardinals.
Cowboys and the Eagles are 2-2.
Yeah.
And the Giants are 1-3. They're 2 losses behind. Like there's a lot of season left still.
Like if they sneak into the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised at all. But like to say that they're clear-cut NFC East champs in week 4 is a little much.
They're actually plus money to make the playoffs right now. -140 no, plus 115 yes.
Yeah, like I said, that doesn't surprise me. They look good, but at the same time, they really haven't played anybody that good.
They played the Cardinals. They just spanked them.
Cardinals aren't good. I mean, their
No.
defense is fucking terrible. They played the Giants. Who else have they played?
They lost to the Bucks in week 1. And then they beat the Giants, but they didn't score a touchdown. They beat the Bengals, and then they beat the Cardinals.
So 3 of those 4 teams have been, we can agree, have pretty much been a mess so far to start the year. The Bucks are good. Like I'll give them
The
that.
only team that they lost to.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, also, dude, it's just football. It's any given Sunday because the Ravens lost to the Raiders and they just fucking buried the Bills, and then like the Raiders are ass. They lost to the Panthers, who like suck, but then also beat the Bengals. No, the Panthers didn't beat the Bengals, but yeah, beat the Ravens.
Beat the Ravens, yeah.
And the Broncos beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
And they're eating the cats, and they're eating the dogs, they're eating the pets. Like everybody just beats everybody. You know what I mean?
At some point, yeah, dude. I mean, you can't really just you can't get it down to a science, but.
And then you go look at oh my goodness, look at the Saints. And then the Eagles beat them, but then the Eagles are fucking the worst team in football, and they also lost to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Falcons.
You gotta wait until like week 10 to really have a solid clue of like who's the good team, and you know what I mean. I mean, I get by that point there are a few teams that are like already out of the race. So like at the same time, week 10 is like, all right, you've got 10 weeks, maybe a bye under your belt.
I think the Chiefs are a good team.
Yeah.
And I think that the teams in their division are fucking horrendous. So, good. I think the Texans are a good team.
What do you think about the Jets?
The Jets? I think they could make the playoffs, but they're not a good team.
I think they're a better team than what they've showed.
I don't.
I think they're gonna get better.
I
think
don't.
Their defense gets better. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna get their offense clicking a little bit. It was just I think this last week game was definitely an outlier with the weather and like
100%. I think their defense is already amazing. Like I think their defense is really good. I think that their offense is not that good.
Bring in Devonte Adams.
I think if you bring in, that's what I was gonna say. If they did bring in Devonte Adams, I think your offense gets so much better.
I mean, the Raiders are looking to trade him.
I know, and that's the thing. That's Rodgers' best friend. So why would you not go get him?
What do you think they give up? Like 2 seconds in like a fourth or something?
I don't know, dude. I have no idea. Honestly, maybe like less than that. Probably less than that, dude. Adams is old. He's got like 3 years tops.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to get paid after this year. So if you want him to be more than a rental, you're gonna have to also sign him.
I'm gonna hate it if he goes to Kansas City.
The Steelers are big interested, and you know that's real because they were big interested in Ayuk, and they would have paid Ayuk prices, and they don't have to pay Ayuk prices to get Devonte Adams to get Ayuk talent. Plus,
yeah, I would feel bad. I would feel so bad if Devonte Adams gets stuck on the Steelers, though.
Oh, dude, that could be amazing too, though.
No, dude, I don't believe in the Justin Fields and Russell Wilson stuff quarterback.
Doesn't matter. They're going to be so open because they're so good at football. It doesn't matter. And now, like, George Pickens gets not cornerback ones on him.
That's true. I don't know. There's just something about the Steelers ever since Big Ben left where I'm like, they just don't feel like. It's crazy because they keep winning, right? Like, they still win, but they just don't feel like that threat that they used to feel like.
No, because they're bad. Their defense is just immaculate, though.
Yeah. Also, I think, like, as a neutral fan in this, obviously, no, he's not coming to Philly. But, like, as a neutral fan, I think it would be the most fun if he linked back up with Rodgers and, like, they went on this crazy run. Like, I think that would be a lot of fun. Because when they both left Green Bay, Devonte Adams was still there. He was there, like a season after Rodgers left? Or
I don't know.
Before? Whatever. Whenever they both left, it's like, as somebody that's not even a fan of the Packers, it's like I kind of miss seeing that
connection
and connection with Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And having that down in New York, and then Garrett Wilson without the top cornerback on him, dude, is also super scary.
Right. Right. That's what I was.
Imagine how much that opens up the run game too with Breece Hall and Braylon Allen.
Yeah, don't forget
I just,
about Lazard as your wide receiver 3.
yeah, that's a pretty good wide receiver 3.
Barely. We're just
Barely,
fucking around.
but he's one of those guys that just has that weird connection with Rodgers, dude.
Yes, like look how right. It's like look how good their offense could be, and their defense is already really good.
Dude, I think Devonte Adams.
You gotta hope so, right? Like
I
that's
mean,
what
if you
going
can't get it
all
done
in
with
looks
that
like.
team, if you can't get it done with that team,
Right. That's what going all in looks like right now to win a title.
yeah,
And it probably doesn't take 2 seconds.
no. And the window's there, dude. It's just I just like want to see him get out of Oakland.
Maybe it takes a third. You already know that that Oakland doesn't want to trade him. But here's the thing: then the Steelers are legit, so then you probably get into a bidding war.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to see him in New York more than Pittsburgh, but it does make sense for both spots. Kansas City
They got no money.
rental.
They got no money. Amari
won't
Cooper, they got money for. Amari Cooper's salary is $1. He signed. He transferred it all to a signing bonus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? Because he wants to get out of Cleveland.
No, I think they just did it to make cap space to try to get better. And
Oh.
now, and to say, hey, if we suck, we can trade Amari Cooper. And he's an amazing asset now because he's going to be good and he's free.
And they do suck.
They do suck. And they're going to continue to suck.
Yeah. If I'm Nick Chubb, dude, I don't even know if I want to come back this year.
I might just has to be traded.
Yeah, but who's gonna trade for? I mean, I'm
A
sure
lot
someone
of
will take
people.
a flyer on him, but like dude, he has like no legs left.
You don't know what's up with his legs, bro. I'm
Bro,
sure
he's had this same injury happen twice, and
Well-
on top of that, a torn ACL in the other leg.
Well, no, because they activated his 21-day practice window. So if he doesn't practice, he and on the 53-man active roster, so presumably he'd be in games in that time. Then it's out for the season.
Oh, they only have one. There's only one window open for that. Like, if you don't make this window, then you can't play all year.
Yeah, but you get to decide when the 21-day window starts.
And they opened it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of early.
Yeah.
I saw somebody else's just open, but I don't recall who. Maybe like a tight end or something like that. Or it was being planned to be open, but it wasn't yet.
Oh, was it T.J. Hawkinson?
I don't know, maybe.
I think it was, because I think I saw something about him
Yeah, I think you might be right there.
gearing up.
Yeah, but that's how it works. So you get 21 days to come back. Otherwise, you gotta hang them up for the season.
Yeah, that's
Tough
when
scenes.
is the trade deadline is what, week 12?
I don't know. What do you want to
Does that
get in
mean-
Philly? Well, here's the other thing, bro. We can't even go and get Hassan Reddick. We're not allowed.
Why? Because he has a no trade clause or something?
No, because we traded him away. We're not allowed to reacquire him through trade for 2 more years.
That's a rule?
Yeah,
That's wild. What if the Jets dropped him?
I don't know.
I mean, they never would, but
No. Yeah, I don't know.
dude, just think about how much money he's paying in fines. That's crazy.
They could trade him to the Raiders, and the Raiders could have him and Max Crosby and their other defensive tackle, who's a stud. They could just be absolutely amazing on the D-line.
Dude, if I'm the Jets, I'm considering that.
Yeah. If you could.
Trade him to the Raiders, get Devonte Adams, and I don't know, you probably need more than Devonte Adams, though, right?
Maybe.
Max Crosby and Hassan Reddick, though, would be a fucking...
I think they both like to play on the left side, but who cares, dude?
Yes, one of them will suck it up and give Raiders fans something to cheer about, because they're not going anywhere.
No, they're bad. So are the Birds, though, so whatever.
I'm just, like, interested to see how long Nick Sirianni's leash is. Like, if we come out of this bye week and lose the next 2, like, he's got to be gone, right?
He's gotta be.
Is that the line? The next 2 games?
What are the Birds? Let's look at the Birds' schedule. So this week they're on bye. Next week they host the Browns.
Gotta win that game.
Gotta be a tough. Might try to go to that game. The week after that they're at the Giants. Gotta win that game.
Gotta win that game.
Then they're at the Bengals. I'll accept an L there because we're not very good.
But neither are the Bengals, dude.
But they get better as the season goes on. And then we got the Jags at home. Gotta win that game.
Damn, dude. Is our schedule gonna save Nick Sirianni's job?
No, because then it's Cowboys, Commanders, Rams, Ravens, but then it's Panthers, but then Steelers, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
Oh, so basically what you're telling me is we're gonna look good up until we get to that point in the schedule and then fall apart again.
I think we should look good out of the bye, right? Like Browns, Giants, and Jags being 3 out of 4, hopefully. And then who knows, right? Like Cowboys, Commanders, Rams could go either way because their defense is kind of not good these days, but their
Dude, the
offense can
Cowboys aren't
hang.
that good either.
No, our team's bad. We're bad.
Yeah,
And
but
Stafford can sling it.
no, I was saying the Cowboys.
No, the Cowboys aren't great either.
Like I think the game against the Cowboys could be one of those any given. That might be a pick 'em, honestly.
They're all pick'ems.
Up until the Ravens game, I think the Ravens are gonna crush us.
Yeah,
The Ravens and Derrick Henry are gonna put up 250 rushing yards on us too.
literally. I don't know, dude. The Birds got to figure something out. They got to figure out how to tackle first. Because they currently do
Go
not.
back to Pop Warner, dude. Jesus Christ, like the fact that that's still like the biggest issue on the team, other than like the offensive turnovers, is crazy to me.
Yeah.
The inability to tackle as an NFL team blows my mind.
How can you tackle, dude? You're in the NFL.
That's like the first thing you learn as a football player.
That's your job. That's like your one job is to tackle people.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to do that, brother.
I mean, we can't.
How are your fantasy teams looking?
My Orchids team is looking fantastic, dude. I'm 3-1, sitting in the 1 spot, and I've got the most points scored in the league. I think I'm averaging like 139.
Not bad.
Derrick Henry had himself a week for me last week.
Yeah.
Broke off that like 84-yard run on the first play of the game, and then it ended with like almost 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kamara's been a stud. I think I have like the 2 and 3 or the 1 and 3 running back. Kamara's the number 1 running back, number 1 overall in PPR, and Derrick Henry is the 3 running back and 4 overall. So it seems as if my strategy of going running back heavy this year compared to my wide receiver strategies of years past is paying off early. Love that. Jamar Chase is coming around. He's up to the wide receiver 10. Chris Godwin has been a nice little
He
piece
has
for me
been
this
good.
year. The wide receiver 5 right now. Tight end situation is not great with Mark Andrews being my 5th round pick. But my backup tight end that I drafted, Dallas Goedert, is the number 1 tight end right now. He's just on a bye this week. He's going to be my starter until he either gets hurt or, because glad I'm getting the Eagles bye week out now.
Yeah, I was
So
thinking
just
that
throw
too. I
him
got a
in the
lot of
lineup
birds.
every year, or every week. Tough decision between starting Joe Burrow and Brock Purdy this week. Brock's got the Cardinals. Think I'm going to start him against their defense. Joe Burrow's got Baltimore, so that could go bad fast. But if Joey B's down big early in the game, he's going to be thrown a ton. But I don't necessarily think that helps me. So I think I'm going to stick with Brock there. So yeah, Orchids is looking good. My sleeper keeper team is not looking great. I lost
Dude,
a
my
nail biter.
My teams all stink, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't feel confident in my teams. I'm 1-3 in sleeper keeper. Yeah, I lost by 1 point last week to Lex's dad, I think. So that one hurt. Injuries. I mean, I have Tyreek and Mondre Stevenson on that team. They both have been stinking it up.
Yeah, I'm 2-2 in sleeper keeper. I'm 0-4 in coastal chicks, bro. My team's getting the fucking business. Left,
Dude,
right, and center.
I need you to go to Coastal Chicks and look at Magoo's team. Her team is fucking loaded, bro. Just go down the line and read her fucking lineup. It's crazy.
All right, Lamar, Aaron Jones and Kyron Williams at running back, Drake London and Jordan Addison at wideout, Kyle Pitts at tight end. He's Chuba Hubbard and Jaden Reed in the flex. Evan McPherson kicking and the Steelers defense. Jonathan Brooks, not on her IR, but just on the bench hanging out. Austin Eckler, Cooper Kupp, Gabe Davis could certainly get swapped out, but honestly not bad. Romeo Dobbs, Dalton Schultz. That's a good team, dude.
And McCaffrey on the IR. I mean, he's going to be out for most of the season.
Yeah, he'll be out for a hot minute.
Look at it, dude. She's put up like a crazy amount of points, too. 614 points through 4 weeks.
Top of the league, bro.
Yeah. Team's going on.
My team's stinking it up, dude.
I kind of like my team in this league. I do have some, again, Mondre Stevenson and Tyreek Hill. That's tough.
Yeah, Stevenson's still good. This is what you signed up for. You signed up for the Pats offense.
I didn't think he was gonna be fumbling every fucking game though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, 2 weeks ago he had minus 0.3 points.
But yeah, dude, I mean, DK and George Pickens and Josh Jacobs and Braylon Allen is a good find. You got Nick Chubb coming back. Odunze, Wandale, Khalil Shakir, I like. Oh, and
Yeah,
then Pacheco
on
and
IR.
Tua. But Pacheco's probably done for this season, bro. He broke his femur.
You think? They said 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, he's projected to come back week 9.
I feel like that's optimistic.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out, though. I hope so. I got him in a bunch of places.
How we looking in random roommates? 2 and 2.
Not great, dude. I didn't get waivers in yesterday. I was doing them on my laptop, and on my laptop, it was like, when I clicked in the random roommates, it was like, you don't have, you're not, like, assigned a team. And I was like, oh, fuck. All right, I'll do it on my phone later. It's being wonky. And then I didn't.
That happens to me sometimes in this league too. I think it's because we co-manage, but like,
Yeah,
figure the
yeah.
fuck out, Sleeper.
We're okay. We're in, what, 4th? No, 6th.
6.
What our points for is 4th.
Our team's not bad. We're getting fucked by bye week this week though.
Yeah, we're getting boned with the bye.
Is there any, like, I mean, probably not, 'cause this is like, is there any quarterback we want to consider picking up? Yeah, no. Jacoby Brissett and Tyler Huntley.
I'm good. I mean, I don't know, like Whittington or Tutu maybe, but like you don't know who it's gonna be. Jalen Tolbert with Brandon Cooks out. I don't know.
I mean, I think I'm cool with what we have now.
Yeah, we'll get some boys back.
Jamison Williams is having himself a nice little year.
Yeah, I put him on the bench last week.
Well, he's on bye this week, but he put up 16 points on Monday Night Football.
I benched him for Christian Kirk though, who had 19, so I think that's good.
Yeah, it looks like Christian Kirk's starting to come around. He had 15 in week 3, 19 week 4.
Yeah, they're starting to target him finally. Look at his targets. They were 4 and 3 in weeks 1 and 2, and then 10 and 12 in 3 and 4. He had one catch in each of the first 2 weeks. That's so bad.
My team in the Family Fantasy League, horrendous, dude. I'm 0 and 4. Sitting in.
I'm 2 and 2 in 4th, so I must have good points for. My team's alright. I got Brees. Alright, I got Jaden Daniels. I got Brees. I got Jordan Mason. I got Jerome Ford in my flex. Devonte and Jahmyr Gibbs on my bench. He's on bye. And Tank Bigsby on my bench. And then my wideouts are kind of nice too. I got Drake London, Brian Thomas. And then on my bench, Rashee Rice, who's probably out for the year. Cooper Kupp, Devonte Smith, Tank Dell.
Yeah, it's a solid squad.
Skidmark Andrews at tight end. The Texans defense might drop them because they got Buffalo this week.
See, my problem is my team is good, but I've given up the most points in the league. And I've also scored the least amount of points. So not a good combo. But listen, dude, I got Jalen Hurts. I'm starting Sam Darnold this week because
good call.
By Bijan, Travis Etienne, Terry McLaurin, DJ Moore, Dalton Schultz, James Conner, Younghoe Koo, Raiders defense. They're playing Denver. My bench is Brandon Ayuk, Wandale Robinson, Zay Flowers, Zamir White, who's Scoopy Butthole, and Trey Benson, who's also Scoopy Butthole. But like, that's not a bad team. Like,
no, it's not terrible.
On paper is good. They're just not putting up numbers.
Yeah, I got the 3rd most points against, which I like because that means I probably got easier games to come.
Yeah, always looking ahead.
Yeah. I'm not good in my one home league. I'm 0-4. The boys are struggling.
Yeah, my fantasy or my dynasty teams aren't looking too hot either. I'm 1 and 3 and 2 and 2.
Let me see what I am. I'm 1 and 3 and 3 and 1.
Right,
my Foot Clan team is 3 and 1, but like it's tough, dude. It's tough scenes out here. Owen's 0 and 4 right now in Foot Clan. I'm playing him this week. I'm looking up at our matchup thing. His average points is 122. He's 0 and 4. I'm 3 and 1, and my average points is 104.
Matchup hell for him. Huh.
Literally. Let me see what his point against got to be highest in the league. Yeah. He's at 550. Yeah, that's so high. He scored 490. He's literally got the most points in the league, and he's in dead last sitting 0 and 4.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, Six Side Sickos has 486. He's at the top of the league, and Owen's got 490 in 10th. That's unreal.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these dynasty fantasy football leagues.
I like them. They're fun. They're fun to fuck around with. Because
I get so bored of my team because my team sucks. So I'm like, dude, it's just I'm stuck with these fools every year. Like, I didn't know what I was doing when we started dynasty football.
That's because you don't like to get into it in the off season.
No, I turned my shit off during the off season because that's baseball season, basically.
Right. And that's when that's dynasty season. That's when you make trades, that's when you make things happen and you set your team up for the upcoming year. And then when the upcoming year comes, like right now, if you look in our dynasty leagues, there's like nobody you could pick up on waivers.
I need that, like, I get to the point of the end of the football season where I'm like, holy fuck, dude, I'm like so burnt out on fantasy football. So I need like that few months like buffer before I start getting excited for it again. And that's, I feel like, when I should be like on top of my shit in dynasty. I just never am.
Yeah, that would be good. Like June rolls around, and you're like, all right, time to get into like rookie drafts and start looking at my team and start wheeling and dealing some trades and seeing what we got. Get ready for this upcoming year. Because then it's like, because that's when you put in the groundwork of like, okay, I'm gonna be stuck with this
foundation.
I'm gonna be stuck with this team for the upcoming year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that. Am I in a position right now with these guys to go win a title this year?
Nope, I'm not. Want to hear the quarterbacks I have in Foot Clan?
Hit me.
It's crazy the amount of bad luck I have with this. So I have Caleb Williams as my starting quarterback. Like, could still be really good. The other quarterbacks I have, Bryce Young, wasted my first overall draft pick on him last year.
Mm-hmm.
Malik Willis, Mac Jones, and Jimmy Garoppolo. Not a single one of them is even starting, dude. I don't even have a backup quarterback option. And I don't think there's any, and there might be one or two on waivers, but yeah, Tyler Huntley and Blake. Tyler Huntley would be my only viable option if Caleb Williams got hurt right now. Because the next one is Blake Sims, who doesn't even have a team.
Damn.
So if Caleb Williams gets hurt, I'm fucked.
If Caleb Williams get hurt, I'm running to the waivers to drop all my fab on Tyler Huntley.
And then trade him to me for a first-round pick.
Hey! I would trade you somebody better than that for a first-round pick. But not, I guess not if I don't have to.
What do you have for quarterbacks in Foot Clan?
I got Anthony Richardson, Sam Darnold, Derek Carr, and Justin Herbert, and they're all bad.
Darnold's good.
Sam Darnold's good.
Season.
But the other three are like, they get my hopes up in the offseason, and then they just disappoint me.
Yeah, I don't even have, I forgot that this league's a super flex. I don't even have a, oh wait, no, I lied. I have Deshaun Watson too, because I just traded for him. I traded for him and Derrick Henry. For, I think it was J.K. Dobbins. It was Derrick Henry and Deshaun Watson for J.K. Dobbins and Lad McConkey. And I was like, I need a quarterback like right now. So I made that trade. And I was like, Derrick Henry, dude, that might give me a shot to sneak into the playoffs this year.
Who else do you have?
On my team?
Yeah.
So right now, my starting lineup is Caleb Williams, Bijan Robinson, Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill, Amari Cooper. That was the other thing. I was like, if I pick up Deshaun Watson, I get a nice little stack.
Yeah.
Isaiah Likely, but I have Dallas Goedert usually in there. Derrick Henry, Wan'Dale Robinson, Deshaun Watson, and then my bench outside of the quarterbacks I named earlier. Zeke, Miles Sanders, Rashad White, Luke McCaffrey, Valdez Scantling, Ray McLeod, Greg Dortch. I don't know why I still have Chase Claypool on my team. Wes Watkins, Treylon Burks, big bust. Holy shit, dude. Remember how, like, the hype that he had?
I dropped him finally.
Yeah, I think I'm about to. Jordan Naylor and Austin Hooper. And then Elijah Mitchell on the IR.
That's tough.
Yeah, struggling over here, but
you're
still afloat.
You have like enough good players to field a full lineup, but not if anybody's missing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yep. So I'm just like, every week when I set that lineup, I'm like, all right, like this is a pretty solid lineup, but I know as soon as one person gets hurt,
and like Tyreek Hill is fake right now.
Yeah. I should have traded him. I had so many offers for him, so I put him on the trade block. I'm like, might as well try and get some value for him now before he retires.
I traded for him.
Couldn't let go of him, dude. I was like, he's Tyreek Hill. It'd be fun to have this year.
Right. I traded AJ Brown and picks for Tyreek Hill, Saquon, and picks, I think.
At least you're getting Saquon in that deal, though.
Yeah. Who's having a better year than AJ Brown, who's not playing, but he doesn't have a longer longevity.
So far, you've won that trade for this year.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to win it long term because I'm not getting Tyreek Hill long term.
No.
Like, I know he's about done. And Saquon is also about done, like, because he's running back. He has like a few years left, and that's going to be it. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Unless he's Derrick Henry and he plays forever. I don't know, but I don't think that's going to happen because he's Derrick Henry, and that's it.
There's only one
Saquon
Derrick
Barkley's
Henry.
not Derrick Henry because his name is Saquon Barkley. Simple math here, guys. But AJ Brown gonna be around for a hot minute. He got like 4 years plus.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. And like Jalen Hurts, even if he sucks, he's competent enough to have AJ Brown and Devonte Smith still be good, even when he sucks. Because you know why? Because this is when Jalen Hurts throws interceptions in the red zone.
Every time we're in the red zone.
So they get down there.
Yeah.
Plenty of yards getting down there, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty much almost every pass is going to one of those two. Sprinkling a little Goddard, a couple dump offs to the running back. Maybe there's like four other receivers get a target or two.
Britton Covey, anytime touchdown.
Not bad.
Oh, dude, over the weekend we played golf at World Tour.
I gotta interrupt you.
Okay.
Or else I'm gonna forget this because I don't even remember it 100%. Have you listened to Anus how they do the parlays?
Oh my God, they're so
bro,
good, dude.
So I thought about one. Like a pedophile. That's like a pedophile with weird kinks, right? Drake love hits. Drake love young Pitts, right? And it's Drake London, Jordan Love, Bryce Young, Kyle Pitts, anytime touchdown scorers.
Dude, the odds on that would be nuts, bro. If you hit that.
How's that? That's good. They gotta add it to their book.
You can message them or something because on I think their last episode they said like reach out to us with any plays that you got and maybe we'll feature some on the show. We'll like say the best ones. So Andy was like looking into it too because he was trying to cook up some funny ones. But that one's good, dude. Drake love young Pitts.
just thought about that. Or you could even do like a young ho. Like a young Wei Koo, but it looks like Young Ho, you know what I mean? Drake love Young Ho Pitts.
Young Ho Koo anytime touchdown.
Young Wei Koo, like 7+ points.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny, dude. That's a good one. I'm surprised you didn't think of something like that. Some of the ones they think of are crazy, dude. It's like, how did you possibly get to that?
They probably did think of that, and they were like, "No, that's actually too simple. We're not."
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Oh man, I don't know what Maggie's cooking, but it smells good.
Their shits are like you have to fucking decipher it on the run.
Yeah, dude.
It's like decipher this fucking code. It's the biggest brain teaser I've had.
It's like, dude, it's funny because it's like you're listening to it trying to decipher it. It's like literally a brain game.
I have no clue half the time, bro.
Yeah, their last episode was good. Did you listen to the one where he did Nick was talking about the subreddit of 2-sentence horror stories?
Yeah.
When he was he did his own. It was just the 9/11 jokes.
Yeah, they were all 9/11 jokes.
He did one. He did like 2 or 3, and then the last one he did was like it was like something. Thank God.
Oh, this is what it was. It was like there's a Holocaust going on in Germany, and Japan just attacked Pearl Harbor, or Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, but then it's like. Thank God it's September 11th, 2001. I'm in the World Trade Center.
Dude, I was dying laughing at that shit, dude. It's like, or what was the one where he was like, he went through like the it's September 11th, 2001, and a plane just hit the World Trade Center. He said, "Good thing I'm in the other tower."
Yeah.
And then the other one, the third one, he was like, 2 planes just hit the World Trade Center. Thank God. He's like, thank God I'm hiding in this random field in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. He's like, let's go hide out in this random open field in Pennsylvania.
Bro, honestly, probably the best 9/11 jokes I've ever heard. Like how, like the structure of it, like how he just kept going. Like you're like, all right, he made a 9/11 joke that was funny, but then he like tied it in every time.
Yeah. I think it's crazy, like, or I guess it's kind of funny that they take it so serious, bro. They're talking about people getting kicked for like joking around and stuff in there and putting the meat worm in there. The
Oh,
meat
the
worm got banned.
meatworm. The meatworm. KB was like, "What the fuck even is a meatworm?" Nick's like, "Dude, obviously it's a worm that eats meat."
Obviously.
Oh man.
So I got a new boss at work.
Already?
Isn't that crazy? My old boss, she got let go. Her like whole position it's a new position. My new boss is like a higher level.
Have you met him or her?
Yeah, she's dope. She's dope. I like her a lot. I think
Oh,
I might be
nice.
in the office in better hours. She was talking about maybe doing like 8:30 to 4:30 so we can get out of there before some of the traffic at least, like a smidge bit.
Hell yeah.
Like hell yeah, dude. I love that. Sounds great.
That's awesome.
She's
Did
good.
that
I like
happen
her a lot.
today?
No, it happened on Friday. And then
Nice.
the new lady came in on Monday.
Was Monday your first day meeting her?
Yeah. I had no idea. My chief HR officer actually called me on Friday when I was out at this event and gave me the news. And I was like, "That's wild. All right, let's get to work. Cool."
Damn.
I'm stoked about it, dude. She told me, and I was like, "All right, bro, let's go."
That's kind of cool. Like, since I mean, you just started too, so it's like
Yeah,
it's not like you don't feel like the only new person. You know what I mean?
I just started, and I don't know a whole lot, but I know more than her, so I can give her what knowledge I do have, and then be like, here's my opinion, here's how we navigate things, here's how like the culture is here and how the people like to work together and some things that you're gonna notice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I keep it a buck with her with like how things were with like she's already more comfortable with like trying to push the boundary of like, the 8:30 to 4:30 thing instead of 9 to 5, whereas like my previous boss was not about that. She was just
Yeah.
like, no, this is kind of like what we work, yada yada.
Yeah.
Um And she was like, no, like, she was like, well, like, my boss, the CHRO, basically told me, like, you have to be in 3 days a week. I don't care what days they are, and you can work the actual hours into your schedule. And she was like, and I'm your boss, and like, as your like manager, like, I don't care what you do. I don't care when you're here, like at all. Like, just as long as you're getting your work done. And I'm like, that sounds amazing to me, big dog.
Yeah. That's awesome. We love a manager like that, dude.
Yeah, yeah. So she's good. I like her a lot. My work schedule, new schedule I'm on this week, I guess in most weeks, doing numbers on my booty hole.
What's the correlation there?
I got the weekend comes, I enjoy myself, we go out, we eat. Oh, dude, Lex and I went out this weekend. We went and got lunch at this place called Lenora's that we love. It's like a Spanish joint up by her. Banging, always is. And then we went to this place called Yestercades, and it's just like an
Oh, that
arcade.
arcade you were telling me about?
Yeah. $10 an hour, bro. You just go play as much games as you want, unlimited, and just they got a bunch of like. So you walk in and it's like air hockey table up front, and then like the 4-person Pac-Man battle where you try to eat the other Pac-Man. And then you pay right on the right, and that's how like you get a bracelet to go in, and they scan you on your way out. Tells you how much you owe, how long you've been there, and then after that, it's like 3 TVs with like a couch in front of them, and like probably like 8 consoles on each TV. And
Oh, hell
then
yeah.
it's all arcade games in the middle, and then the back wall, pinball machines, front like half of the left wall or back half of the left wall is all pinball machines. 2 more TVs with couches stacked with consoles, and then just more arcade games along the wall to the front.
That sounds sick.
Dude, it was dope. It was something that you definitely would have loved. But yeah, relaxing, eating whatever, enjoying myself, having a little sauce on Sundays, right? Monday rolls around, my stomach is bodied. I'm like, all right, I'm waking up, I'm going to the gym. I went to the gym, I'm gonna have protein. I have a protein shake on my way to work and a coffee. I get to
That
work,
was a mistake.
doing me dirty. But I always do it, right? And then it's just like I have a bunch of coffee throughout the day. And it's just like, woo, Tuesday, wake up, hit the
Putting up
gym.
veteran numbers at the office bathroom.
Tuesday, wake up, hit the gym. They're gonna be like, God damn, bro.
Sounds like you need some pumpkin spice dude wipes, dude.
Ever since we fucking hired Kenny, our fucking DP quota. It's through
It's
the
gone through the
roof.
roof. Is he smuggling this shit home? There's no way he's using it on his asshole this month.
How's he not clog the fucking toilets, bro? Nope,
Oh,
just
man.
one sheet at a time. That's it, actually.
How funny would it be if you walked into the bathroom office or the office bathroom on Monday and there was just, instead of toilet paper, it was pumpkin spice dude wipes?
That'd be
Yeah, we were
unreal,
listening to your
dude.
pod.
Knew you'd be in here at least a few times.
Wasn't a feeling we had. We literally heard you talk about it.
No, if you do
Yeah, word,
listen
you
to
stayed
this,
tuned in the pod? Hell yeah.
if you do listen to this, I don't want pumpkin spice. You can do regular dude wipes. I don't want pumpkin spice.
What would your scent of choice be? Winter green or like Christmas tree? You know that forest scent
I
candle?
was gonna say bacon.
Whoa. What? You're okay with bacon, but you're not okay with pumpkin spice, bro?
I don't know, dude.
Who's the
It
kid
felt
with the
bizarre.
greasy asshole?
I don't know. What? Like, why do you want to smell like a forest?
Because that's clean and natural. I don't know.
Yeah,
You know
I
that
guess
scent
that's
I'm
fair.
talking about though, like pine.
Yeah,
Like the pine.
yeah.
That's my favorite scent, like candle scent of all time, dude. And soap, I'm all about it.
Why don't you just shove it up your bung?
I do.
Ooh. So you probably already have a good smelling butthole if you shove soap up it.
Oh, you mean like the soap itself? I was talking about the canister.
Well, no, you could. I was talking about like a bar of soap.
Oh, I'm talking. I'm talking hand soap, like the
You
bar
do a
soap.
little, you do a little, pss, pss, lube yourself up and then canister it.
Yeah, dude, bar soap, Irish Spring.
Okay.
Irish Spring is the best bar soap.
I just got new soap. I'm picky on where I get my soap from. I bought some soap from this lady for Jacob. It's beef tallow soap, cold process, and I was like, all right, I'll try some soap from this lady, some scented soap for myself, see if I like it. Not a fan. The beef tallow soap is good. I use it as a shampoo as well. It's good. Honestly, I like it. But the body soap, no good. It's like a charcoaly scent, and it has like chunks of charcoal in it. I didn't know it was gonna be like that, and it hurts. It hurts to scrub.
Oh, it has like those like
A lot of it.
I love that shit, dude.
Not a fan.
Oh, I
All right. Maybe I'm
love
just a pussy. Not a fan. Hurts.
it. Makes me feel cleaner.
So I went back to the old lady that I was buying my body soap from, and I bought all 6 that she had left in her Etsy shop.
Cleaned her out.
Yep.
See what I did there?
I used to get half sandalwood and cedar and half bay rum, and she doesn't even have the sandalwood and cedar. Actually, she only has the bay rum, and I was like, oh man, dude, is she like closing shop, like clearing out and closing
no.
shop? I'm gonna have to now find another person to get my soap from. I don't want to do that.
I think it's very bougie of you that you buy your soap on Etsy.
Whatever, dude.
It's not a bad thing. You just never heard of somebody buying soap on Etsy.
Supporting a local farm in Delaware.
Yeah.
That's where she got
Hell yeah,
her
dude,
her
that's where
site's
it's at.
called 2 Goats in a Meadow. She makes it out of
in a
goat's milk.
That sounds like 2 goats in a meadow. That sounds like a really good beer garden.
2 Goats in a Meadow.
Yeah. Where a Viking would go drink a beer after battle. Or like some Renaissance fantasy world like pub name.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Or have
Hey,
you
let's
seen
go grab a pint at 2 Goats in a Meadow.
Have you seen It's Always Sunny?
Yeah.
You know how the McBoyle brothers love milk?
Yeah.
It's a milk bar. 2 Goats in a Meadow. It's just goat milk.
And cheese on charcuterie boards.
100%. It's either in Wisconsin or Switzerland.
Yeah. No in between.
That's the only place they really be fucking with it, like animals
That's
like
true,
that.
yeah.
Even though that's mostly cows that they be getting their milk and their cheese from, not really the goats. Whatever,
I don't know
dude.
if I've ever had goat cheese.
I'm sure you have. It's pretty. I mean, it's good. It tastes
like a slice of goat cheese.
No, I think it like crumbles more like a feta.
Oh.
Most of the time.
I don't really fuck with feta either, to be honest. I don't like my cheese crumbly.
No.
I'm just coming on to blue cheese. Like I'm just.
I don't say I like blue cheese, but I don't always like it when it's real crumb
brulee.
Crumbly. And I don't like it when it's real crumbly. I like it, when there's a little bit of like dressing on it. It can't just be fucking just chalk.
Yeah.
We sometimes we get mozzarella cheese from this place that So they get make it by sheep milk, and they make a good matzo cheese. It's pretty good. Big
Love
fan.
me some Moss cheese.
But they give huge servings, dude. So you gotta fucking house it all, otherwise it goes bad.
And that'll upset your tummy, huh? That's a lot of
Yeah,
cheese.
but it's so good, worth it.
Dude, did I tell you about the new pizza shop that just opened in Wilmington?
No,
It's called Dough House. It's downtown, like a little bit past our tattoo shop.
they got strippers
So,
there.
not the doll house, dude.
That's what I was
That would be
thinking,
pretty
though.
sweet, pizza and strippers.
Yeah, the
But
Dole
so
House.
2 weekends ago,
No, that's
Maggie was.
pineapples.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Dole House. I mixed
Oh.
dough and doll, and then I was like Dole, like the fucking little fruit
Pineapples.
cups.
The little fucking like sliced pineapples. Fuck
Yeah.
that, dude. Those fruit cups are. We walked past them in the store the other day, and I was like, "Oh man, what's stopping me from just buying like 6 of those things of Jello fruit cups?"
I don't
used
know.
to
Did you
clean
do it?
house on those. No, I didn't feel like spending the money.
Good call.
I got gummy clusters instead. The Nerds candy,
That's not a bad idea. The OG flavor,
the new one.
the berry.
Yeah,
The
blue and
berry's
red one.
good, dude.
Yeah, it's gas.
Yeah.
All
Alright, so the Dough House. Sorry
Dough
to
House.
sidetrack.
This new pizza place opened up, and so Maggie was getting tatted a few weeks ago, and she needed her artist needed like a food break or whatever. So I met her down there, and then we walked over to this pizza place to try it. And we ended up just ordering a large pepperoni pizza with hot honey on it.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever had hot honey on a pizza,
Mm-mm.
but holy fuck, dude, it's
Amazing.
dude, you know how I am with my pizza. I'm pretty fucking picky with my pizza. Like New Jersey, New York pizza, goated. Nothing's gonna beat it.
Yeah.
I think this was the best pizza I've ever had.
I don't know, dude.
Dude, I know. I understand you're like kind of like uneasy about me saying that because
You
I
say
was
that
too.
a lot.
I do, but hear me
You have
out.
some good fucking pizza, dog. Good for you.
I know, dude, but hear me out. So I found out the chef at this new place that just opened.
Has a
pizza
rat
chef.
in his hat.
What?
He has a rat in his hat.
Oh shit, a rat! Have you seen that video?
Oh shit.
Oh
Is that a
shit!
fucking rat?
It's a rat! Dude, that video cracks me up, bro. Oh shit! It's a rat! Just like dances at this rat. He has a rat in his hat. It's Ratatouille, bro. No.
That's what I'm saying. There's a rat in his hat.
No, he actually just won the last season of Chopped.
Oh, it's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
What's Chopped? TV show?
TV show. It's a cooking TV show.
They got Gordon Ramsay on Chopped?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. He might have. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never seen like a full season of it. I've seen like here and there episodes. But fucking amazing pizza, bro. Hot honey on pizza is a game changer. And it's not like a topping. It's kind of like baked into like
The sauce?
the sauce / like the oil almost.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't really notice it when you look at the pizza. If you're looking at it, it just looks like a pepperoni pizza. But then the real
it's
game changer.
pepperoni hot honey. I think you said that.
The pepperoni, yeah, the pepperoni was just pepperoni, but then like the hot honey was like on it as well. The real game changer though was the homemade in-house ranch that they made. It was like it was green because it was what's that one? I want to say, I know it's not fucking Pepto, but why do I want to say Pepto? What's that green like leaf that people use for seasoning? Pesto. It's pesto ranch. Pepto Bismol ranch. It's in-house made pesto ranch.
That sounds pretty good.
Dude, phenomenal, bro. So good. And I don't even like pesto like that, but like that combined with pizza. Oh.
Pesto's a strong one.
Yeah, it was. And I was like, when Maggie was like, you want me to go some ranch? I was like, yeah, because I like dipping my pizza in ranch.
Yeah.
And she comes back and it's green, and I was like, what the hell? So I dipped it, and I tasted it, and dude, I was fucking fingering that thing by the end of it. It was so good.
Mad places are doing the pepperoni and hot honey now. I have to get me some.
I've never even heard of it until then.
I've been hearing it like within the past like month, bro. It's popping off like fucking every other hippie trend.
I see why. And I understand it now.
Hopefully it's here to stay.
Amazing.
I'll have to get me some.
And it wasn't like your normal circular pizza. It was one of the big square ones. So it was like, dude, it was pretty big. We got a large, and it was pretty expensive. It was like $34 for a pizza. So I'm like, that's kind of ridiculous for pizza. But after
Yeah.
I had it, and then we took it home and had leftovers, I was like, yeah, I see why he charges $34 for a large pizza.
Yeah, sometimes it be like that.
That shit was phenomenal, dude.
I'm gonna be honest. I texted Lex when I was sitting in traffic the other day. I was like, I don't understand how there's not more suicides. Like, this is fucking horrendous, dude. This is
from the
horrendous.
traffic?
Yeah, it makes me hate people. I was thinking about that on my way home today. I'm just like, this makes me like not a good person. This makes me just miserable because I can't stand any of you. You're all generally in my way right now. But the Tesla driver specifically, every time I see a Tesla driver, I'm upset.
I'm upset.
They all stink. They all stink at driving. And I think that their auto driving is ass. It makes Tesla stop with like a 15-foot gap before the car in front of them, which like seems safe, right? But when everybody's in bumper to bumper traffic and like you're expecting cars to like roll with the car in front of them like everybody else, and then you just have this Tesla that's like constantly stopping short all the time. It's annoying. It makes me want to murder Teslas.
I wouldn't
It's not
want
their
to.
drivers, just the Teslas.
I wouldn't want to drive on autopilot if I was in bumper to bumper traffic.
Dude, I saw this lady today. She looked like she was on a fucking roller coaster, like a jerky one. I literally watched. She was in a Tesla, and 100% she was doing autopilot, and she was kind of going around like a little bit of a bend. And 100%, this thing was like, like it was like so jerky, like keeping her in the lanes, just like jerking around. I was like, Jesus Christ! And then she gets into the right, the lane to the right. I passed her in the left lane, and I look, and she's got her hands like in front of her face, and she's like scared in this like traffic, and she's just like, this is why I got a Tesla, so it could get me through the scary parts. I was just like, oh my goodness,
God,
dude.
bro.
Like, your hands aren't even on the wheel. You're just scared of where you are. How are you just like, you know what? I'd rather not be in control. I'm gonna hand this off to a robot.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that. I would be freaked out about not being in control.
Exactly, dude. I wouldn't trust that thing at all. And then like I would, but then I would be like, when I needed it, I would be like, all right, now I feel you gotta get it back before you need it. Otherwise, like the trade off of like trying to them do it, like let the car do it, and then like you try to overcorrect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's sketchy.
I'm like, I try my best to avoid Teslas when I see them nowadays. I'm like, it's bad
I also
scenes.
just like enjoy driving too much. Like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do in the car other than not drive? You know what I mean?
Tax? That's so beat.
Yeah, but I'm not like my attention span is not that bad to where I need my car to drive for me, so where I can be doing other shit. Like, I like turning my brain off and just listening to music and driving.
Yeah, it was nice.
I like go out of my way to leave the house at lunchtime and like go to Sheets or like go to the post office just to have that time of day where I'm like in the car, not thinking about anything and just like having that time to myself where I can turn my brain off and drive. I stare at a screen enough, dude. I don't need my car to drive so I can stare at my screen.
Yeah, I agree. Less screens and more time outside. That's what we should be working towards. All right, well, we're well overrunning here.
219. This might be our longest episode ever.
Nah, no shot.
I don't know, dude. 2 hours and 20 minutes. She's a long one.
Too long. All right, love somebody this weekend. Make sure you let them know that you love them, and be good. Have fun. Smooches.